everything should be a TikTok. Like all these fucking classes should be TikToks. Take Udemy or some online course. Like what if it was everything in 60 seconds and it's the same sort of interface as a TikTok? It's a short form course platform. Welcome to the Smart Nonsense Podcast, where I blow out everyone's eardrums. This, what do we talk about? I haven't done an intro in a while. Entrepreneurship,
early morning,
self-development, challenging norms. It is.
Whoa,
early.
Pop! Don't lose all the energy just because the intro gave you trouble.
Did the T meter drop down really quick?
Immediately.
I'm immediately hot too. I want to take.
It's Saturday morning.
Off.
I don't know if we've ever done this.
Hold on, let me put my bracelet on.
Okay, you left a bracelet on the desk. I didn't know if I was supposed to throw that out or if it was so that you could come back and come back to Chicago and get it later.
Oh, the brown one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I just figured the cleaning lady would give that to her kids or something.
It was in the workshop, Pop. Am I the cleaning lady?
You have some kids I know about?
I've been cleaning up all your crap.
Oh, I bet. I left a lot of crap. Hey, I figured out my life. In the meantime.
Let's go.
Let's go. Well, I kind of told you, but I like Miami. It's cool. Matt, this fucking recluse behind me, he's a madman too. So he's down to stay until mid-December, and then I'm gonna go December.
Mid-December.
Wow, that is 2 months away.
Wait, that's funny for Matt because he has a lease in Chicago. There's no reason he has to do that. But I'm glad.
And then, we'll see. Maybe longer. I think I'm going to buy flights to Brazil right after that, and then to Ecuador. And I'll be back sometime in January.
Hold on, February. You texted me. Pop, you texted me yesterday. We were talking about business, and then you just said, you know what? I think I'm going to go AWOL. And I'm like, what is... I'm like, let it breathe. I'm in the car for 4 hours. Let it breathe. I was so bored. Everyone was asleep. I'm talking to you. Oh, what the fuck is Fleance fly? But anyway, you go. Yo,
fly,
I'm thinking about going AWOL. I'm like, all right, Pop. Staying Miami through December, then go to Ecuador, then Brazil, make it back sometime in January, so we'd be remote for like 3 months. I just said, go find yourself, Pop. Fly, be free.
Fly, Fleance,
and
fly.
then you hit, what is Fly, Fleance, fly?
I think that's from Romeo and Juliet. There's some character named Fleance, and some other dude gets stabbed right next to him, and they're going to go attack Fleance. And he's like, right as he's dying, he's like, fly, Fleance, fly.
But the beautiful thing is, you sent me Fly, Fleance, fly of like a 45 view high school drama. They're blocking. It's not even the performance. So they're just like, it's terrible. We're gonna roll it. It's terrible.
You two hold. Fly. Fleance. Fly.
Oh, we forgot something, Pop. People got to watch this on YouTube. That usually comes in the first 3 minutes.
What?
Anyway, you had a transition. Why don't you run with it?
You know my transitions. Well,
you know my transitions. So, life.
So yesterday, I wanted to shoot this podcast while I had a lot of tea. The tea meter's down. But why was I excited? Actually, 2 days ago. But, I can't control time. My mom texts me, and this is why. I can't look at my phone. But she texts me this. Clock ticks on states' required finance classes. Apparently, in Rhode Island, they are now requiring personal finance classes in high school.
Thank the Lord.
It's about time.
So you're going to become a teacher.
My mom's like, hey, remember that stupid stick figure finances you did back in college? Which I wish I kept that $14 username because I could show it as B-roll. Actually, I probably have some drafts somewhere. Super cute. I tried to teach people finance. It was stupid. People didn't like it. That's fine. But I got re-inspired. I'm like, okay. Schools, I'm picturing this, right? You get a state mandate, and it's going to be the most boring personal finance class ever. It's probably like a 60-year-old dude who makes $50K a year trying to teach you how to be rich or how to manage your money. It's like, who the fuck wants to listen to that? I would check out. I'm thinking, all right, what if we went where the people are? Where are all these high schoolers? They're all on TikTok. What if you had personal finance, the course was just a fucking TikTok account?
Pop, what if you make it easier and we just have a personal finance segment of the pod and you just clip it and put it on TikTok?
No, I want to sell this to the state of Rhode Island.
Oh!
I'm like, hey, I'm going to do your whole course. We'll go through your teachers. We'll sanction all the content, but we're going to make it entertaining, interesting. We'll have a green screen behind us so we can show all the shit.
Can you get on Twitter by any chance right now? I sent you something. I sent you something maybe 5 minutes ago. And what it is for our audio listeners is a video. It's a side-by-side video for Ken, which is Sean Pori's friend sent it. Side-by-side video. It's a 10-minute time lapse. For Ken, I think Sean called
for
him.
Ken. Okay.
For Ken. It's a side-by-side video of a 10-minute time lapse of a student watching a video. On the left, they're watching a math video. On the right video, they're watching Star Wars. In the math video, this kid is like tweaking out, not paying attention, spinning in circles, like head in hand, bored out of their mind. And for Star Wars video on the right, they're sitting still, completely engaged, totally in for it.
That's neat.
So I sent that to you. This is actually funny that this is colliding. I'm like, dude, let's make math videos that have the kids sitting still, not tweaking out because they're so boring. But anyway.
Right. It's kind of like what Synthesis is trying to do with make it online education entertaining. But I'm like, you have these people, and granted, they're not that old, but like they're in their 30s or above trying to teach this. What if it was like, hey, the most successful Gen Z people who know how to make money and what to do with it, in theory, at least, sanctioned by teachers. I don't really know.
Would you have to show them the books?
They'd be like, these are cooked as fuck. You're trying to teach an entire state.
All right. We will buy your TikTok program under one condition. We must see your books. And they're so cooked, dude.
They're the most cooked. I wanted to say the cookedest. They're the cookedest books you've ever seen. But so my point is this. I'm like, the same way you don't want to like make a podcast and like you don't want a podcast pushing people to YouTube if they're already on like a podcast platform. Like you don't want to cross-platform shit. Like you want to go where the people are, where the people like their attention is. Everything should be a TikTok. Like all these fucking classes should be TikToks. And then it got me thinking. I'm like, you have TikTok, which is the free short form service, but where is the paid short form? Where's like take Udemy or some online course. Like what if it was everything in 60 seconds? So I was thinking, like, you're just scrolling through. Hey, easy now. Like, you buy the course and it's like $100, but it's like, I don't know, 30 short form videos on personal finance, and it's the same sort of interface as a TikTok.
Do you think they go deep enough? Like Netflix in 60 seconds, no rules in 60 seconds, for instance. I don't think it's a substitute for the book.
Well, no, it depends. I think you can break anything down into subsegments. Like you have a module on, all right, take the book. Like if you wanted to properly do no rules, you have like 60 seconds on each chapter or each, I don't know. They have like 5 sections to the book or something. One on each section.
Whoa.
But
so
I was seeing
paid platform with courses for short form content.
It's a short form course platform. And it reminded me of Sean's shit. Remember when we first built Sean's studio in San Francisco, and he's like, yo, guys, you ever see The Big Short? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, you know how they have celebrities like Margot Robbie or whoever, Mila Kunis probably did one.
Selena Gomez, I think.
Oh, Selena Gomez, yeah.
Not in The Big Short. Yeah.
And they're teaching these subjects, and fucking everyone's watching. Like, that's the most memorable part of the film, because it's celebrities teaching you things. I'm like, oh, maybe that's part of this paid short form. And then it's
Matthew McConaughey teaches you personal finance in 60 seconds. And he does all this.
Right. And he's dressed up in a suit like The Big Short.
Ooh, except he was in Wolf of Wall Street. Bada bing, bada boom.
Hey, we don't check the sources here.
No fact checks. Speaking of fact checks, I was rolling through, and then we're going to come back to 60 seconds, but I was rolling through the edits the other day. You said 5 habits of highly effective people. It's 7, Pop. It's the 7
The other
Habits.
2 suck. They're not worth it. Don't go.
Republish the book. Cross out the 7. Huh. Okay. Pop, is this part of going AWOL? Or these are kind of tangential?
No. This was me getting really excited and then
Right, so-
realizing. Well, you know
Okay.
how what was that shit that Slick almost Quibi? Slick almost invested in Quibi. They're
He
trying to
almost
do, like,
got me to invest in Quibi, Pop. That's when it's gone too far.
He's our rabbit hole guy. Slick's the rabbit hole guy. Have him come on. But I was like, okay, I don't know. Short form paid just hasn't clicked for some reason, and I'm like, maybe the market doesn't want it, but I don't.
Right.
think
My
so.
guess is people associate short form with easy and off the cuff and not packed with information and TikTok and teenagers. So why would you pay for that? That's my guess.
You see, I love this little screen share thing. I think you can see it, but
Yeah, I really like when you come really up close to the screen and then you're cross-eyed.
you think I'm cross-eyed. You see your thumbnail? This chick, Cleo Abram.
Cleo Abram. My grandma had a dog named Cleo.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen her.
Doesn't help. Yeah.
What does she teach again?
She's the Vox person, and she'll just she'll have a green screen. I don't even know if she has a green screen.
She looks like an actress.
Oh yeah, she looks like.
Wait, pull up her
Natalie
page.
Portman.
Pull up her page. Oh yeah, it's Natalie Portman.
I think so, but what do you mean pull up her page? Yeah, so she's a.
Well,
Vox
I was going to call
producer.
Athena over. No, you know who she looks like? She looks like another TikToker. This woman who was pregnant and her husband was a country singer, and they made TikToks as husband and wife, and that's who she looks like. So
That
there you go,
didn't-
Pop.
Thanks, that really helped. Well, she's basically easy. It's really loud, but it's like she just basically makes mini Vox videos, and it's her breaking it down. And I'm like, this is sick. There's clearly demand because she has fucking hundreds of thousands of views on all of
She's
these.
breaking down tech or current events. I see nuclear
Yeah,
power
it's kind of
plants.
like everything current event. It's like Vox in 60 seconds, basically.
and
it's
she's
cool.
crushing them.
Yeah, it's just a more highly produced TikTok. And I'm like,
Hmm.
God damn, what if your channel, like, classes are just channels? Like, the cool thing about this is you don't have to, it can be international. Literally, like, you don't have to go to school and hope you get a dope personal finance professor or teacher. It's just like, oh, I'm going to learn from Margot Robbie, personal finance, or whatever it is. And
I like it a lot.
Not that I want to necessarily do that, because it is a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if
But
you're trying
I'm
to
like-
test me with the keeper test. I'm not fighting for you. All right.
No, I'm just saying, if you're trying to build a $1 billion company, I think it's cracking the code on paid short form as courses.
I don't know if it'll be the $1 billion. However, what it could be is the rocket fuel for our personal brands.
No.
And also
I'm saying
something
the
we love.
platform. The platform's of
Oh,
course, $1
sorry,
billion.
the platform. Yes. I thought you just meant kind of the TikTok channel, 60-second personal finance.
I'm not going to do that, but I mean, it would be cool. I was inspired at the time. I'm
Platform.
like, maybe I will. But then I'm like, okay, what's the version where I don't have to shoot videos every day? I'm like, oh, you build a platform, basically, like,
You know what's going to happen if we do this, Pop?
what?
Every single person we get involved with, me, you, the team, the investors for the platform, Matt McConaughey, anyone on the platform, they're all coming down with us, Pop.
Oh,
Why?
I was waiting
That's
for
a
it.
transition. That's a transition, baby. Everything we do, Pop, negative sum. Not positive sum. Not zero sum.
Negative sum business.
Negative sum business. You know why? Chamas not posting clips anymore. Because his people got involved. And now I'm like, they got to go. And if they got to go, that means we got to go. And then Chamas just left on his own again. Why are we so
what
hard to
happened?
work with?
Did you radical honest him? Like, hey,
Not yet.
your stupid team's bringing us down. What the fuck? I
Not
hate
yet.
people, dude. They meddle when they don't need to meddle. It's like
Quit
everything's
meddling.
going smoothly, and they're like, oh, let me just add a little bit of social justice to this, and it's like, fuck off. Let me just post a clip without a caption.
We keep coming into our clients and telling them they need to fire bad players. And then they do. And then they fire us.
They're like, wait, you were the bad players.
Shit.
You duped us. Yeah, we single-handedly, with my first million, we took down 3 other people. It's essentially an entirely new team. Mora wasn't even there before. It's only Sam.
Oh,
Sam and
she's
Sean are the
gone
only two
soon.
that stuck with it.
Is it us? It's got to be us.
Yeah, dude, we're toxic. We're toxic.
We're really good, but really toxic. I think, no, you know what? You just got to let us in and just let us fly, Fleance, fly. That's it.
Here's the thing. We're just not stupid. So we see, like, we know how a good business should be run. So when we get in there, we're like, yo, you got a bunch of C players on this team. What the fuck's going on here?
I know. This is why, well, and they're slow, and they're not doing anything to fix their problems. And then they come to us, they ask for our advice, they ask for our expertise, and then they don't implement it, our growth hacks. It's frustrating. This is why I'm like, I can't do the client stuff forever. I can't. Because they're in the position they're in for a reason. Love our clients to death, but I don't think they trust us with their content, always.
You know what I realized?
Hit me, Pop.
No rules. You know how you mentioned the keeper test? Got me thinking.
I have another test I want to talk about, by the way.
I bet you do. Well,
I bet.
So Netflix encourages people while you're working there to go out and actively shop other offers to make sure you're getting paid the most and you really want to work at Netflix.
I'm not fighting for you, Pop.
Don't
you go
spin this on me.
You go do whatever you want.
Stupid guac crowd.
Hey,
whatever.
That's a bleep. That just made this a bleep
Guac
episode.
crowds? Get out of here, dude. No one's going to do that. You're not allowed to bleep that.
I'm reviewing the episode now.
I bet you edit it too. I'll pay you. So, oh, man, the books are so cooked. So, I'm like, Belky, I may or may not owe you 30 grand. I don't know. But, okay. Okay, so yeah, it's basically like you want to have the best for your relationship with Netflix to be the best. They're like, yo, shop other jobs, figure out like what the offers are, what they look like, and then come back to us, and we're gonna match it or make it better, or just like, or maybe that job's better and the fit isn't right for Netflix, but they actively encourage that. And I'm like, that's interesting. You know what that reminds me of? Open relationships. I'm like, okay, Netflix is how I want to live my life. It's like, okay, you're with a person, but if you're truly meant to be, like if I'm meant to work at Netflix, that's my best company, then going around and fucking around with other people, that just like every time solidifies your relationship with Netflix. You're like, oh, actually they're offering shit, or I don't want to work for them. Like their culture is terrible. And you come back to Netflix and it just makes that relationship much stronger because you've tested it against all the pressures of the outside world.
Or weaker, which is also probably what you want, right? Like if there's jealousy in that thing, then it's going to blow itself up. Same thing on the business side. That might be what you want.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you're breaking up with me
I
to
like
hire
Matt
with
better than you.
Netflix. I much prefer the open relationship in business over life.
Yeah, you know, I want to listen to more Aubrey Marcus. I've heard, because Dan Shimano, who was a guest on the pod.
He's probably listening right now. I miss that guy. People should go listen to that episode. It was nuts.
He's still in LA, right? You can go visit him.
I don't know. I think he's going to law school.
Oh, hey, how's this look?
Can we talk? Terrible. You're going to have Ish clipping this, cutting this. Let's talk about the reverse test, Pop. You can do your open relationship.
Hit us with that.
No, that's a great point, though. I think Netflix mostly does it because they're like, how the fuck do you assess market price, the highest market price for creatives? Like, we kind of have a rough idea what our team is worth. I think we have no idea what you and I are worth in the workforce anymore. Probably nothing. We're negative sum. But I think it'd be cool to poke around and date businesses for that reason. The reverse
really
test,
quick.
Pop.
No. Yesterday, what was interesting, because Matt's over here and he had his call, in the morning, and on the call, it was like or not in the morning, at the end of the day on Friday, basically they fired someone on the call, and I realized they weren't on the call, they just like informed the team that this person was fired. I'm like, God, that must be so stressful to have an actual job where like you better hope you're doing a dope job with your employer.
Well, our buddy Austin, right? He's in Napa right now. He like
He's still
ditched. Yeah, he's finishing up. Oh, you weren't on book club. He's finishing up his internship because he was kind of lost for a while, and then we were talking to him, and he realized he had this like deep love of winemaking. We're like, dude, what the fuck? Chase that for a bit. So he goes out to Napa, and he's doing a winemaking internship, and he absolutely loves it. It's like incredibly difficult, manual labor, 6 days a week. But now he's phasing back into a job in Boston or Rhode Island or New York. And on our call, he's talking about emails. He's like, I don't know how I'm going to go back to a desk job. Like, I can't do it. I was like,
wait, why was Austin
I don't know
on the
either.
book club? I didn't even know he did the book club.
You didn't come. Xander didn't come. It turned into a friends chat, and Ice and Austin just came in to catch up. We didn't talk about the book. The book sucked. Book club sucks. All we do is read sci-fi.
I think I talked to Ice about it, and he was like, yeah, they only had like 35 minutes, and they spent 32 of that talking, just shooting the shit.
No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. We didn't talk about the book because he was there, and he kept pulling us away from talking about the book.
He blamed you.
Being like,
He's like,
this is how you guys conduct book club? We're like, because you're here.
He's like, yeah, then they finally started talking about the book, and they had 3 minutes left, and they only talked about it for 2 minutes, and the last minute was just
He can grow up. He doesn't read. Okay, Pop, the reverse test.
Yes.
Where did this come from? You sent me this.
I don't know, some dude.
Oh, Sean Puri, his new crypto framework. People should sign up for his 5-tweet Tuesday or Thursday or whatever.
That's the only email I read.
Yeah, same. It sits unread for like 3 days, and I'm like really excited to read through it.
Right.
But he sends an email about, and the subject line. I'm curious what the subject line was for you because he was A/B testing, but for me it was my new crypto framework.
Oh, I think that was mine too.
Do you remember this tweet I sent you? He said, I A/B tested 2 subject lines on 35,000 people. A, my new crypto framework. B, so, ... If tomatoes are a fruit, then ketchup is a smoothie? Did you read that tweet? Do you know which one had a better click-through?
I read that tweet.
Give him the punchline, Pop.
They had the same.
They're the same. Life is made up.
But here's the thing. I think that's like the clickbait thing where both titles are interesting. So it makes sense that they both have good click-throughs.
What did the thing have to do? Well, I guess, but the piece had nothing to do with ketchup and smoothies. So maybe the completion rate was different because you didn't get payoff from the smoothie subject line.
Probably you get in there and they're like, this is a crypto framework. I want to talk about
Back to the crypto framework. So we talk about inversion a lot and anti-goals a lot, right? What is something I hate and how do I absolutely not go there? Because that's way easier to envision than the positive. Like, what do I love? What's my favorite movie? Like, it's like, no, invert it. That's easier to solve for. Sean pitches the reverse test, which is, right, like everyone's throwing out startup ideas. Everyone thinks they have the idea. And our gut is to always be like, that's stupid. That would never work. The reverse test is, if this idea were implemented, say now or in the future, let me get this right. Would we be able to go back to a life without that thing?
Right.
Do I have that right?
Yeah, it's basically like assume now, I don't know what future technology, but assume now like cars can fly. Would you be able to go back to ground transport? Or is it like you'll never go back? Like once they fly, it's like you can't imagine a world where they don't. Right.
Or imagine you could learn everything you learned in school in 60 seconds on a paid platform for $5 a month on TikTok, whatever. Would you go back to the world in which you're sitting in Econ 101 in class and you're tuned out and you're that kid's best?
Like,
Sure.
if you had the option between a Zoom class and a TikTok class, for sure.
Or
take the
automated
TikTok
clips.
class.
Would you, if you could in one click, do what we do on Twitter for our high-end clients for $9 a month?
But I feel like that's every.
Right.
I don't
So
get-
what fails the reverse test? What fails the
Yeah.
reverse test? Quibi. Fucking Quibi.
But like, how do you envision that? Because I'd be
I
like,
think a lot of-
once I'm watching short, like I don't watch full net.
I think
It
things
was the
with
only time I ever watched.
negative externalities probably fail the reverse test. Like, envision a world where kids have this USB stick that they can pump a ton of nicotine out of, and they're smoking in bathrooms all day during class. Would you go back on the world where Juul is invented? 100%.
Oh, interesting.
You're like, no, I like Juul.
No, I
So
actually
negative
I never even
externalities.
tried a Juul. Wait.
Episode 121. Dylan tries a Juul. Interesting framework, because he's a framework guy. I don't know why you're
so
back
is this-
up close to the screen.
I want to say, what fails the reverse test? I get a lot of like driver's ed videos. I'm like, okay, well, that's.
I
not
thought
what
Sean kind of made it up.
I know. I guess he did. I didn't think he did. Oh no, it's cool. on
Interesting.
Twitter.
Theranos. Well, there was a lot of fraud there, but Theranos would have a successful reverse test, right? If you could live in a world where in one finger prick, you get all of your diagnostic testing in your house for cancer, heart disease, like whatever, cognitive disorders, would you go back on that world? No. I think that's why Theranos was so compelling.
Huh.
I just really like this view, Pop. I think people should get on YouTube to see you at the 26-ish minute mark.
Well, they're
It's
already. Oh, okay. Never mind. God, this is terrible. Well,
What are you
I can't
looking
find
for?
the reverse test. You sure it was Sean's?
It was Sean's crypto framework. He stole it from there was a Jan that he posted a screenshot of. He was like, this Jan's going to get no love because no one follows him, so let me break it down in my email.
Well, that's too bad.
Oh, are you looking to see if Sean had the rebuttal?
I thought they talked about what fails it, but it's going to take too long to find it. But, yeah, maybe we'll put up B-roll or something like that.
You got
if
any
we're
more pod fod? I got
inclined.
5 minutes.
You got 5 minutes? Fuck yeah.
I got 5 minutes. We're wine tasting.
I wanted to talk about Jordan Peterson.
Dude.
Or Erica.
No, we're not going to have time. We're not going to have time. Because I also need to research. I also need to do research.
Oh, true.
I asked my dad and Athena about him, and they said absolutely not. So I got to do a lot of research, Pop. But what we also need to talk about, I brain blasted at the 4th hour in the car yesterday. Website, portfolio, building trust as a company. I think we got to leave it as a cliffhanger for our next episode.
Oh,
Are you kidding me
okay.
right now?
I zoned
Are you kidding
out.
me right now? You
I
went
heard
all
you-
in
I
on the
heard
agency
website.
yesterday, Pop, and we don't have enough time.
I forgot about that. Okay. So that's tomorrow?
It's at some point. Sax is back. He asked for a Belcaster from episode 50.
Dude, I forgot the binoculars here. I'm so upset. There's so many like apartments I'm looking into right now, and
That's weird, Pop. I have your laser
No,
pointer, though.
dude. A lot of peeping Tom activity out here.
Oh, the
But,
death of Dunbar. You wanted to talk about the death of Dunbar, the documentary?
Oh, we gotta shoot that. Oh, I also want to shoot a pod that's like, Zach, my mom's basically ex-boyfriend, I guess. Fiance? Is that what they were? He asked me like, yo, what's going on with the business? And I'm like, I was trying to send him a pod or something where you could get like the full scope of things. And I'm like, oh, we don't have a good summary pod that we can just send people. Like maybe we shoot like, hey, this is
Oh, the
story of
teaser.
Smart
And it
Nonsense.
lives, dude, yeah, and it lives on the top of the YouTube page. It lives on the top of Spotify.
Oh yeah, just do a 1 minuter.
A 1 minute, what is the pod? We also,
Smart Nonsense. in
we're
60
having
seconds.
we're having this confusion of culture in different points of the company. We need to shoot the culture doc as 60-second videos. Everything needs to be 60-second videos.
Religion. Okay.
That's the religion, Pop. I gotta
We'll
run.
talk tomorrow.
Um,
Hey, we're
That's it.
getting close. Hey.
What do they got to do? Cordeloo.
You really dropped the ball on that one. All right, I'll see.
I didn't know if there was a call to action at the end, but it's just Cordeloo, so we're going to throw shit at you.
All right, peace.